I want you to imagine something for just a moment. It is a Tuesday morning, maybe 9 a.m. You are home alone, like you are most mornings. You reach down to pick up something from the floor. Your glasses, a remote control, a piece of mail. And in one unexpected second, your balance shifts, your foot slides, and you go down. You're on the floor. And now the real problem begins, not the fall itself. What happens next? You try to get up, but your arms feel shaky. Your legs feel weak. The floor is hard and cold, and you realize nobody is coming. Nobody knows you are down there, and you do not know what to do. This situation happens to thousands of American seniors every single year, right in their own kitchens, right in their own bathrooms, right in their own living rooms. And the reason so many of those situations turn into medical emergencies is not the fall itself. It is that nobody ever taught them what to do after the fall. Today, that changes for you. I am going to give you a complete step-by-step method for getting up from the floor safely after a fall. I am going to tell you exactly what to do the moment you go down, how to check your own body without making things worse, how to rise from the floor in the safest way possible, and what to do if you simply cannot get up on your own. Every step explained completely. Nothing left out. And I am going to tell you the one thing you need to do this week, not this month, this week, to make sure your body is ready if this ever happens to you. So please, stay with me until the end of this video, because what I am sharing today is not just helpful. In the right moment, it could save your life. Before we get into this, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please take just 1 second right now and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you never miss another video made just for you. And if this video helps you, please type the number WIN in the comments below. If you feel I could do better, type LOSE. I read every single comment, and I use your feedback to make this channel more useful for you every single week. The real danger nobody talks about. Now, I want to start with something that most health videos never actually address. And I want to address it because I think it is the most important context for everything we are going to cover today. When people talk about falls in older adults, they almost always talk about the fall itself. The broken hip, the bruised knee, the wrist fracture. And yes, those injuries are very real and very serious. But there is a second danger, a danger that happens after the fall, a danger that kills people who walked away from the fall itself without a single broken bone. And that danger has a name. It is called a long lie. A long lie is what happens when a person falls and remains on the floor for more than 1 hour without being able to get up. And the consequences of a long lie are not small things. According to medical literature, spending more than 1 hour on the floor after a fall can lead to hypothermia, a dangerous drop in body temperature from lying on a cold, hard surface. It can lead to pressure sores, where the skin and tissue begin to break down from sustained pressure on hard floors. It can lead to rhabdomyolysis, a serious condition where sustained muscle compression causes muscle cells to break down and release damaging proteins into the bloodstream, which can cause acute kidney injury. It can lead to dehydration, pneumonia, and severe psychological trauma. And here's the statistic that I want you to really hear. According to published research in PMC, only 50% of older adults who fall are able to get themselves up from the floor independently. Half. That means 1 in every 2 seniors who falls, even without a serious injury, cannot get back up on their own. And according to the CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death among adults aged 65 and older in the United States. The age-adjusted fall death rate increased by 21% from 2018 to 2024. That is not a small increase. That is a crisis that is getting worse every year. Now let me add one more piece to this picture. Research shows that between 28% and 55% of adults aged 65 and over living at home already have a fear of falling, even before they have ever fallen. And among those who have already fallen before, that number rises to between 50% and 65%. More than half of all seniors who have experienced a fall are living with a constant, ongoing fear of it happening again. And here is what that fear does to people. It makes them stop moving. Studies show that seniors with a fear of falling restrict their daily activities, reduce their physical movement, avoid going outside, stop visiting friends, and gradually become more and more isolated and physically weaker, which ironically increases their actual risk of falling even further. The fear creates the very thing they are afraid of. So why am I telling you all of this? Because I want you to understand that learning how to get up from the floor safely is not a small skill. It is not a nice to know. It is one of the most important practical skills a person over 70 can have. Because knowing what to do, having practiced it, having the muscle memory, is the single most effective way to break that cycle of fear. When your body knows what to do, your mind stays calm. When your mind stays calm, you make better decisions. And better decisions keep you safe. So let us get into it. The most dangerous mistake seniors make after a fall is trying to get up immediately. I understand why. It is embarrassing to be on the floor. It feels urgent. The instinct is to get up as fast as possible. But rushing is exactly what turns a manageable fall into a serious second injury. Here is what is happening inside your body in the first 60 seconds after you fall. First, your nervous system is in shock. Even if you feel no serious pain, your body just experienced a sudden, unexpected physical event. Your heart rate has jumped. Your blood pressure has shifted. Your muscles are flooded with adrenaline. This is your body's fight or flight response, and it is completely automatic. But this state, while it protects you in some ways, also causes you to breathe too fast, think less clearly, and feel more disoriented than you actually are. Second, your blood pressure has changed position. Before the fall, you were upright. Now you are horizontal. The fluid in your body, including your blood, has redistributed. If you try to go from horizontal back to upright too quickly, your blood pressure drops suddenly, a condition called orthostatic hypotension, and that sudden drop can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, or even a brief loss of consciousness, which would mean a second fall immediately after the first. Third, if there is an injury, you may not feel it yet. Adrenaline is a very effective pain blocker. In the first 60 seconds after a fall, the adrenaline in your body may be masking pain from a fracture, a torn muscle, or a sprain. If you try to put weight on a fractured hip or wrist before you have assessed your body carefully, you risk turning a fracture into a displacement, which is far more serious and far harder to treat. So here is what you do in the first 60 seconds. And this is step 0. This is before any of the get-up steps even begin. You stop, you breathe, and you assess. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. In through your nose for 4 counts. Out through your mouth for 6 counts. This does something very specific. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the calming branch of your autonomic system. It counteracts the adrenaline. It slows your heart rate. It clears your thinking. 3 breaths takes about 30 seconds, and those 30 seconds are doing critical physiological work. While you breathe, you do a body scan. Start at your head. Do you feel any pain in your head or neck? Any dizziness? Any confusion that feels unusual? If yes to any of these, do not move. Call for help immediately. Move to your shoulders and arms. Wiggle your fingers. Bend your wrists gently. Can you do this without sharp pain? Good. Move to your hips and lower back. This is the most critical area. Gently try to move your toes, then your ankles. Then try to bend each knee slightly. If any of these movements produce sharp, severe pain, stop. Do not push through it. Do not try to get up. Call for help. If everything moves without sharp pain, you are ready to proceed. But still, do not rush. Take one more breath, and now we begin. Step 1. Roll to your side. The very first movement you make is not upward, it is sideways. This is counterintuitive. When you are on the floor, every instinct tells you to sit up, to go up. But going straight from flat on your back to sitting upright requires your abdominal muscles and hip flexors to work extremely hard, and puts immediate compressive load on your lower spine. For most seniors, this movement is not only difficult, it is risky. Rolling to your side is a completely different movement. It uses momentum and gravity instead of fighting them, and it gets you into a position from which every subsequent step is safer and more controlled. Here is how to do it. If you are lying on your back, bring both knees up toward your chest first. Bend them gently. This flattens your lower back against the floor, which actually protects your lumbar spine as you roll. Now, decide which side to roll to. Always choose your stronger side if you know which one that is. If you had a knee replacement on your left side, roll right. If your right shoulder has been giving you trouble, roll left. If you are not sure, either side is fine. Go with whatever feels natural. Extend the arm on the side you are rolling toward. Place it flat on the floor, pointing away from your body. This arm is going to guide you and act as a brake as you roll. Now, let your knees fall toward that side. Do not force them. Let gravity do the work. As your knees tip, your hips will follow, and your shoulders will follow the hips. This is a natural rolling pattern, the same way your body rolls when you sleep. As you complete the roll, you will end up on your side with your knees bent, your lower arm extended on the floor in front of you, and your upper arm free to push. Now, pause here. This is important. Do not continue immediately. Stay on your side for 10 to 15 seconds. Let your blood pressure adjust to the new position. Look around you. Take stock of where you are in the room. Identify what is near you: a chair, a couch, a bed, a wall. These are your potential support objects for later. Note which one is closest. Then, when you feel ready, we move to Step 2. Step 2. Push up to hands and knees. From your side-lying position, you are now going to push yourself up to hands and knees. This is the most physically demanding part of the process, but when done correctly, it is also the most controlled. Here is the exact technique. While on your side, use your bottom arm, the one that is on the floor, to push yourself up. At the same time, bring your top arm down and place it on the floor in front of your chest. You are now using both arms to push, which distributes the work and reduces the strain on either arm individually. As you push up, let your body swing naturally into a hands and knees position. Your palms are flat on the floor, directly under your shoulders. Your knees are on the floor, hip-width apart. Your back is roughly parallel to the floor. Now, and I cannot stress this enough, pause again. Stay on hands and knees for at least 10 to 15 seconds. Do not rush to stand up. Here is why this pause is so critical. Hands and knees is one of the most stable positions a human body can be in. You have 4 points of contact with the floor. Your center of gravity is low. Even if you suddenly feel dizzy or lightheaded, you are not going to fall from this position. You are already low to the ground. This is your safe zone. Use this pause to check in with yourself. How do you feel? Any new pain that appeared when you pushed up? Any dizziness? Take a breath. Look around the room again and confirm your nearest support object, the chair, the couch, the bed. That is your target. Now I want to address something that many seniors mention when they try this. Knee pain on a hard floor. Hands and knees on tile or hardwood can be uncomfortable, especially if you have knee arthritis or bursitis. If you have a towel, a small rug, a cushion, or any soft object within reach, slide it under your knees before you push up if possible. Or, once you are on hands and knees, shuffle towards something soft. Even a few seconds on a softer surface makes this much more manageable. But if nothing is available, you can still do this. The discomfort is temporary. The alternative, staying on the floor, is far worse. And if your wrists are painful on the floor, try making fists and putting your weight through your knuckles instead of your flat palms. This is a simple modification that removes almost all wrist extension and significantly reduces wrist pain during this movement. Now, when you are ready, we move to Step 3. Step 3. Crawl to your support. From hands and knees, your next job is to get yourself close to a sturdy support object. And the way you do that is by crawling. I know that word can feel difficult. I've had patients tell me, "Doctor, I am not going to crawl. That is undignified." And I completely understand that feeling. But I want to offer you a different way to think about it. Crawling is not a sign of weakness. Crawling is the smartest, safest way to move across a floor when you are close to the ground. It keeps your center of gravity low. It protects you from a second fall. It gets you where you need to go without putting any single limb under dangerous load. Professional athletes, firefighters, and military personnel all train on hands and knees. They crawl not because they cannot walk, but because in certain situations it is simply the better movement choice. And right now, on the floor of your home after a fall, it is the better choice for you, too. So crawl to your chosen support object. Move slowly. Take your time. If your target is a sturdy chair, position yourself in front of it, facing the seat. Place both hands flat on the seat of the chair. Make sure the chair is not going to slide. If you are not sure it is stable, push it against a wall first, or use a heavier piece of furniture instead. If your target is a couch, face the couch and place both hands on the cushioned seat or on the front edge of the frame, whichever is more solid. If your target is a low bed, place both hands on the mattress. Now you are in position, and we are ready for the final step. Step 4. Rise safely to standing. This is the step everyone is most focused on, and it is actually the simplest step, because by the time you reach it, you have done all the preparation correctly and your body is ready. From hands and knees, facing your support object with both hands placed on it, bring your stronger leg forward. Place that foot flat on the floor. Your knee should be bent at roughly 90 degrees. Think of it as a kneeling lunge position. One knee on the floor behind you, one foot flat on the floor in front. Now, using both your arms pushing on the support object and your front leg pushing through the floor, rise slowly. Not in a single explosive push, in a smooth, controlled, gradual lift. Your front leg does most of the work. Your arms provide balance and guidance. As you rise, keep your gaze forward, not down. This keeps your head in a neutral position and actually helps your balance by giving your visual system a stable reference point. Once you are standing, do not walk immediately. This is critical. Stand still and hold your support object for a full 30 seconds. A full 30 seconds. I know this feels long, but your blood pressure needs this time to fully adjust from horizontal to hands and knees to standing. If you let go and walk immediately, the sudden change in blood pressure can cause lightheadedness, and lightheadedness while walking after a fall is how a second fall happens. During those 30 seconds, take 3 slow breaths. Wiggle your toes inside your shoes. Feel the floor under your feet. Assess how you feel. Is anything hurting more than before you tried to get up? Any new dizziness? If yes, sit back down slowly onto your support object and call for help. If you feel steady, truly steady, not just good enough, then and only then take your first step. Keep one hand on your support as long as possible. Move slowly. Go directly to a seat. Sit down. And stay seated for at least 5 minutes before attempting to move through your home. That is the 4-step safe rise. Assess and breathe. Roll to your side. Hands and knees to support. Rise slowly and stand steady. What to do if you cannot get up? Now I need to address a situation that is just as important as getting up, and that is what you do if you try this method and you cannot get up. Maybe your arms are not strong enough yet. Maybe the pain is too much. Maybe you are simply too exhausted. First, do not panic. Panic uses up energy you need. It makes your breathing inefficient, and it causes your muscles to tense in ways that make the situation harder, not easier. Take a breath. You are on the floor. That is, uncomfortable. But you are not in immediate danger if you stay calm and do the right things. Second, make yourself as comfortable as possible. If there is any soft object within reach, a pillow, a cushion, a folded towel, a coat, anything. Use it under your head or under your hips. If you are on cold tile, try to slide yourself onto carpet or a rug if possible. Reducing pressure on your body and staying warm are your two most important priorities if you are going to be on the floor for any length of time. Third, call for help. If your phone is nearby, call 911 or call a family member or call a neighbor. If you have a medical alert device, a button pendant or a wristband, press it now. This is exactly what those devices exist for. There is no shame in using it. Using it is the right decision. Fourth, if you cannot reach your phone and no one is responding, make noise. Shout. Bang on the floor or on a wall. If you are near a door, try to get to it and bang on it. Move slowly and deliberately in whatever direction brings you closer to a way to signal for help. And now I want to say something directly, and I want you to hear this. If you are watching this video and you do not have a daily check-in system with a family member, a friend, or a neighbor, please set one up this week. It does not need to be expensive or complicated. A simple phone call every morning from your daughter or your son or your neighbor next door. An agreement that says, "If I do not answer, come check on me." That one simple system is the difference between 1 hour on the floor and 8 hours on the floor. Please do not put this off. Safety warnings. Before I give you your practice assignment, I need to say something very clearly about safety, because your well-being matters more than any video. If you fall and feel sudden, severe pain in your hip, your back, your neck, or your head, do not try to get up using this method or any method. Stay still. Call 911. Hip fractures, spinal injuries, and head injuries require professional assessment before any movement. If you hit your head when you fell, even if you feel completely fine right now, please be evaluated by a doctor within 24 hours. Brain bleeds from falls in older adults can develop slowly and silently with no immediate symptoms. Do not assume you are fine simply because you feel fine. If you feel dizzy, confused, or nauseous after the fall, stay on the floor and call for help. These are signs that your body is not stable enough for self-rescue yet. If you have been diagnosed with severe osteoporosis, Parkinson's disease, or any neurological condition that significantly affects your stability or your bone density, please practice this method only with supervision from a physical therapist or your doctor first. Your safety is always the first priority. Always. Now here is your assignment for this week, and I am asking you to actually do this, not just nod and move on. This week, on a soft surface, your carpet, a yoga mat, a thick rug, go through the 4-step safe rise method from beginning to end, slowly, at your own pace, with someone nearby if possible, or with a sturdy piece of furniture within reach. You do not need to make it hard. You are not training for a competition. You are building muscle memory. You are teaching your body, step by step, position by position, what it feels like, what it looks like, what the transitions feel like, so that if this ever happens to you for real, your body already knows the way. Research on fall recovery techniques confirms that older adults who have practiced and rehearsed floor rise methods respond far more calmly and successfully in real fall situations than those who have never practiced. The body remembers. Muscle memory is real. Do it once this week. then do it once a week going forward. Make it part of your routine, just like you would a medication or a morning walk. Because this skill is just as important to your health as either of those things. Let me do a final recap. After a fall, stop, breathe, and assess your body before moving. Roll gently to your stronger side and pause. Push up to hands and knees and pause again. Crawl to your nearest sturdy support. Bring your stronger foot forward, push up slowly, and stand still for 30 full seconds before you take a step. And if you cannot get up, stay warm, stay calm, call for help, and make noise. Practice this on a soft surface this week. It could be the most important thing you do for your independence this year. If this video helped you, please type WIN in the comments right now. And if you know someone over 70, a parent, a neighbor, a friend, who needs to see this, please share this video with them today. That one share from you could genuinely protect someone you love. Now, the best way to make sure you never need to use this skill in the first place is by making your legs stronger and your balance sharper. And I have put together a complete video on exactly that. The best exercises for seniors over 70 to prevent falls in the first place, all done safely at home with no equipment. That video is on your screen right now. Click it next. I will walk you through everything step by step. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. Keep moving. And remember, knowing what to do is what keeps you in control of your own life.